Hello and welcome to this second tutorial on HTML. In the first tutorial we made a very basic web page with not a whole lot of content. And in this one I'm going to show you how to add what's called attributes and values to your HTML page. So far I've just basically given the browser tags to start reading some code and then to tell it to stop reading some code. Now, sometimes you want to do more than just tell the browser what to do, and a good way to kind of start describing some style and some other things within your website to do a little bit more than just give it tags is to add some attributes. And now, not every tag needs an attribute, but attributes are added inside of tags. And so right now, for example, in my body tag, I can go inside of that tag and start coding some of these attributes to further describe my body. For example, right now my body is white. You can see it's completely white on my web page. When I open that text file back up, I can not only just have a body, but if I want to code it to have a certain color background, I can code BG color equals quote quote. And so you can see already with Text Wrangler it's color coding it. It knows that this is not just a tag, but it's part of the tag. It's called an attribute. And I also gave it a value in quotes. Right now I don't have a value in there. I could write something like red, the word red, and my browser, when I save this file, save, and refresh it in my browser, it will understand red. You can see it became red. Now, I may want to use another code called a hexadecimal code, and I'm going to use the code F00. That's also, actually I could do FF0000. That is a 6-digit color code, and these are found all over the web. And so this is a 6-digit color code for red. So when I save it and refresh it, you can see that it's still red. Now these first two decimals count for red, the second two are for green, and the last two are blue. So if I wanted to make my background green, I would do 00FF00, save that, and now it's green. So besides just typing in a word here, you could also type in a hexadecimal code for color. And so that's one way to further describe my body. I can give it a certain color. Another attribute that I could add is maybe an alignment. Your browser understands that you want to use an H1, but you may also want to add an alignment. So I can add align equals quote left. Obviously nothing would happen when I refresh it because it's already by default left. But if I want to make it align center, I can save it and then refresh it, and there, now it's centered. So that's just another thing that you can do with attributes and values. Notice that every one of my values, my value for my alignment is center, and it is in quotes. So make sure anytime you do an alignment or any kind of attribute, it has a value, and that value is inside of quotes. So this is especially handy when you are coding an image. So I'm going to go ahead and code an image with the tag img, and this would be well and good if I wasn't, this actually doesn't do anything for me because the browser doesn't know where that image is or what to do with it. So I have to further describe that tag and tell it where to find my image, and I'm going to go src equals quotes. And so what I'm going to put inside these quotes is the file name of my image. Now my image will only show up if my image is saved somewhere in the exact same place as this file itself. And so I've been working on my desktop. You can see it here sitting right on my desktop. And if I wanted it to open this picture called oldmain.jpg, I would have to make sure that that image is in the same place, and it is. It's on the desktop, and that I code this file name exactly the way that it is provided on my desktop. So I would type in here oldmain.jpg. And now I can save it, and I will refresh it, and there it is. I could add other attributes and values inside of this tag, and I could give it a width. Width equals, I could say something like 250, and that stands for 250 pixels. I could also give it an alignment so that the text around it aligns to the right or the left of it. So I could say align equals right, save it, and then there it is. It's smaller and it's on the right. So notice that this is all one tag, and all I've done is I've added an attribute and value, an attribute and value, and another attribute and value. Now, one more thing about the image tag is you'll notice that all these other tags open and close. The image tag has just been opened, right? I haven't closed it yet. Well, the image tag is unique in that it opens and closes all in one. So I have to open it and close it with this slash, and so there's basically that's my tag. This also comes in handy when you're typing in links. So the link tag is A. And for the link, if I wanted to open it, I would go ahead and close it. The link tag is really, it's not telling the browser much at all right now. It's just saying you want a link. But you're not saying where that link is or anything else. And so this is another example of a tag that requires some attributes and values in it. And so one of the attributes and values that I'm going to add is href, meaning hyperlink reference, and the value that I'm going to put inside of there is a website, http://txstate.edu. And this would come probably inside of a paragraph. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open that and then close it. And I'm going to say I work at, and then I want to link to Texas State University. Well, the text that I actually want to link is the words Texas State University, right? So now, as if I were the browser, I would read, okay, you want to do a paragraph, that's awesome. And in that paragraph, you're having some text, that's good. Now, suddenly, it's going to read a link, and the following text that I have selected, you can see it's selected, is going to start being a link, and then it's going to stop being a link, so that as I continue typing, the words "and it is great" is not part of the link, right? I want to close that link, close that A tag, before the rest of my text becomes all one big link. Right? So let me go ahead and save that, and then I'm going to go ahead and refresh it, and there it is. The words Texas State University is the word that's linked, and the rest of it is in a regular paragraph. So that's adding attributes and values to your tags.